Friday afternoon, everybody. It is Friday, January 10th, 2020. I am Jeremy Crosby. Welcome to the noon hour of Talking Fitchburg. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there. Andrew working on other assignments today. Scott running the board, so we won't hear from him at all because that's our rule here. We'll just make fun of him as the show goes on. And also, he's got the giant hook, so he could just pull me off of the set if he really wanted to. So I'll be very nice to him from here on out. We do have a busy show, a lot to talk about today. We're going to get you up to date and ready for a snowstorm that's coming in here. Kind of our first big ringer for the year, so we'll talk about that. Check on all aspects, including weather update. Talk with our friends down at the Public Works building, see what streets department's doing to get ready for this, and get you ready here to enjoy some snow if you like snow. If you don't, well then, don't turn off the TV, please. Stick with us. We're also we're all over the place today. We'll be heading out to Fitchburg Fire Department. They have been taking part in communication training this past week from the Wisconsin Emergency Management. We'll take you out to that. Very interesting stuff here on what to do in emergency, and then training, why it's so important. We'll learn about that. And then Andrew sits down with Fitchburg Public Library today. Always a fun time. We'll tell you what's coming up there for the month of January. But first, we do turn to the white stuff, snow. Snow in the forecast. That's right. The winter weather is back, and it's basically tonight through Saturday night, kind of coming in two waves. Round one, ding, ding, ding. Expect snow Friday night through Saturday morning. And this snowfall anywhere from 1 to 3 inches. Looks like a little bit more here in the Fitchburg area and then going south. So we'll be ready for that. Round two brings some more snow, of course, and that is expected later in the evening. Another 4 to 5 inches expected across Dane County, and heavier amounts. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, because what's not fun without a little wind when you have snow? There'll be gusty winds Saturday afternoon and night. So not only will we be dealing with snow, we'll be dealing with drifting and blowing snow. So a lot of impacts for the weather, and the warnings are in effect here as well, and as followed. Winter weather, let's see here, the warnings are in effect beginning at 7 p.m. While the watch went in effect at 12 p.m. on Saturday. Generally, a large swath of 4 to 10 inches of snow across southern Wisconsin, with fairly sharp cutoffs expected to the northwest. In addition, wintry mix includes some accumulating ice up to 1/4 of an inch in southeast, mainly Friday night. So wintry mix looks like it's going to set up more to the southeast. There was some talk of maybe we would see that mix here, but looks like for the most part it is snow. Winter storm warning, though, in effect here coming up. And make sure you stay tuned to the National Weather Service, Milwaukee Sullivan, for the latest information on the snowstorm. Use the 501 app if you're heading out traveling, and please just take it safe. Turning our attention to how our crews are getting ready for it. Public Works very busy this morning getting ready for there. We stopped over, checked out, and let you know how they'll be attacking this storm.
No, we're going over the equipment, making sure everything's safe and it's working properly, loading the trucks with the brine and with the salt. And so we bring them all out one by one and load salt into them, just salt, no sand mixture. And that's pretty much, we're going to be using 11 trucks this snowstorm, 10 single axles and 1 ton to clear the roads. We use the 1 ton in the smaller neighborhoods that are tighter and harder to get around. So we obviously work with the police, and I'm the Director of Public Works, Mike Fitchburg, and we'll probably, tonight they said it's supposed to start snowing, and when things become maybe 2 inches, we'll come in, try to leave it sit as long as possible tonight and clean up when it's done, because we only have one crew. We don't have a crew for 24 hours, 7, so we have to kind of budget our time what makes sense for the one crew that we have. We're just going to have to play it by ear, honestly. Some of them I see that it says it's going to start with ice, and other places said that it's going to be a little further to the south. So if it turns ice, well, then you have to go out and salt everything. But if there's snow, we wait till a couple inches of snow or things get slippery and start. Well, just some few reminders in general. I mean, we'll plow the roads until they're clear. So, I mean, the snow does go to the right side of the truck, so we'll go in the driveways. It's the only place for it to go, and they'll probably keep coming by until the road is clear. If you have garbage cans or stuff, it's best to have them up on the terrace and not in the road. It makes it difficult to get close to the curb line. And you should look at your mailbox to make sure that they're set behind the curb and up to the proper height. That's all listed on the city website. Definitely stay out of the way of the plows. They do back up a lot on the, when they come to intersections, the plow will back up, so don't pull up behind them because there's a possibility they could back up. Just kind of be careful of the trucks because they're trying to do their best to keep the roads clear. And yeah, if you could be on the right side of the street, side of the street that you're supposed to be on, and then move your car the next day when it's time to move them so that we can clean up where the cars were parked. No, we're doing okay. I think we're in a pretty good position at this time of the year. We haven't used a lot of salt. We're actually trying to minimize as much salt as we can put down. I mean, we used the least amount to make the roads safe and passable. Our equipment's all working right now, and everybody's healthy. We should be in good shape.
There you have it. Again, crews remind you to slow down, take it safe. And reminder, too, from Mark telling me that if you have your Christmas tree or holiday trees, if you didn't get them out this week for collection, you're going to be putting them out. Try to make sure, A, that they're on the curb and not in the street or in your driveway, but also take them out of the snow. So if it snows on top of it, bring it to the top so it doesn't freeze down. It makes it for a lot harder for the crews to get those trees if they freeze to the ground out and to get them removed from your property. Speaking of clearing out, we want to remind you that you need to clear out your fire hydrant. That's right. When seconds count, which would you rather have to protect your home? Well, I know which one I would choose. So make sure if you do have a hydrant at your home, we know we haven't really had the opportunity to shovel too much snow, but take the time to clear out the access to the fire hydrants. If they are on your property, utility workers will continue to clear snow from around the fire hydrants as time permits. Also, sidewalks. There is a city ordinance when it comes to sidewalks for snow and ice removal. The owner of each lot or part of a lot shall remove or cause to be removed all snow and ice which may have fallen or accumulated upon the sidewalk in front of a premise which he or she owns not later than 6 p.m. of the day after the same has ceased to fall or accumulate. So if you do have that sidewalk, make sure you treat that and get it cleaned up or you can face a fine for that. And for the latest weather information, check in with the National Weather Service. We'll certainly post stuff up on Facebook throughout the weekend. So if there's anything that does come up from the city standpoint, we will let you know. Also, alternate side parking in effect still. And as Mark had mentioned, whatever side you're parked on tonight, make sure you move it tomorrow night as crews are going to try not to plow you in, but they do have to put the snow somewhere. So follow those rules to avoid any further fines there. All right, UW Credit Union robbery took place yesterday. Unfortunately, on Thursday, January 9th at 5:28 p.m., officers from the Fitchburg Police Department responded to the UW Credit Union at 6331 McKee Road for a robbery that just occurred. The investigation revealed that a single suspect entered the UW Credit Union, showed a handgun, and demanded money. After receiving the money from the teller, the suspect fled from the bank on foot. None of the bank employees were injured during the incident, and the investigation is ongoing. Anybody with information related to this incident is urged to contact the Fitchburg Police Department with those tips. Finally, it is National Blood Donor Month. Want to remind you, if you haven't got out and donated before, maybe this is the perfect time to do it, as it helps everybody in great need, especially extreme winter in some parts of the country and seasonal illness often make it difficult for people to donate blood. So do your part and give blood if you can. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up our digest. We're taking out to Fitchburg Fire Rescue number 3, and you're going to learn about some communication training they just took part in. We'll tell you about that next right here on Talking Fitchburg.